Welcome to Self-Love Ignited. My name is Katie Allen. I am your host, and we are all about igniting the flame of self-love and body acceptance inside of you. This podcast is here to inspire, motivate, and educate you so that you really, truly can learn how to love all parts of yourself. What are you waiting for? Let's get to it. Welcome back to Self-Love Ignited. On today's episode, I am bringing you another one of the sessions from the recently aired Body Peace Summit. Our last episode was also a little excerpt from the summit, and today I'm bringing you actually one complete session. This is called 3 1-minute practices to help you make peace with your body. This is a session that I created for the summit simply as a way to give summit participants some really simple, manageable steps that can be taken immediately, instantly, to really help to heal body image. So the Body Peace Summit was created just like it sounds like. It was a summit with 12 guest experts where we talked all about body image and healing your relationship with your body. There's so much goodness in there, but today I bring you this practice. Now, please remember that this session was actually recorded as video, so there may be some points that might be a little bit difficult to understand in just an audio format. Please, I think you'll still get so much out of it. Just sort of understand that within the summit itself, this is actually provided as a video. So anyways, without further ado, let's dive on in. This is 3 1-minute practices to help you make peace with your body. Welcome back to the Body Peace Summit. I'm Katie, I am your host, and I wanted to hop in and give you guys 3 very simple practices that you can do every single day to help improve your body image. And within these practices, I'm also going to be incorporating essential oils. Now, I know that many of you probably already have essential oils in your home. I bet that you use them for different things, and maybe you've never considered using them to help when it comes to your body image. And if you do not have essential oils, if you have no idea about them, watch this anyway, okay? Because you can still do these practices without the oils. The practices by themselves are still going to be helpful. The oils are just kind of like to give them like a cherry on top sort of thing. Also, if you don't have oils, if you don't know anything about them and you want to learn more, there is on this platform, if you go back to the main page and the products page, there is a product. It's just called Essential Oils Webinar. The Basics is what I've named it. Pretty self-explanatory. It's free. You can sign up for it. And that's literally a webinar where we go through essential oils, what they are, how to use them safely, and then a few of sort of the top major, most common ones. So that's a good starting point. So I'm not going to be going through the basic information of oils here. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to give you 3 practices that you can do that just happen to use essential oils with the practice. Okay. Okay. So practice number 1. This is something I'm sure you have heard other people talk about. I am sure that you have maybe read about it, probably seen it on social media, and that is gratitude. Plain and simple gratitude. And especially when we are feeling really down in our bodies, when we're feeling really judgmental of ourselves, when we are just like hating on what we see in the mirror, when we're constantly picking ourselves apart, a really simple, gentle, yet effective way to begin to change that inner dialogue is to be really intentional about being grateful for your body. A nice way to do this is every day, and I do say every day because consistency is key here. If you just do it once and never again, you're not going to get the benefits from it, okay? This is kind of like a practice that you need to get into. And it's just a daily gratitude practice. Now, for some, You may want to write it down. For a long time, I kept a gratitude journal. I didn't really benefit that much from the journal, so I just am intentional every day about actually tuning in and checking in with myself and being grateful. It may be helpful for you to write it down. It may be helpful for you to take a photo, recollect it in some physical way. But basically, every day you want to tap into yourself. You can just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. This only has to take a minute. And just ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What do I have to be grateful for today? And I really encourage you to try to pick 3 things every day. Now, there's a couple of rules. Number 1, no repeats. You don't get to choose the same thing every single day. The whole point of this is that it's a practice and that you are building, right? It's like layering, layering, layering. So 3 things every day. Now, 2 of those things can be about anything in your life, right? Gratitude by itself is life-changing, not just body image changing, life-changing. So it could be as simple as I'm grateful for my cup of tea. I'm grateful for the air conditioning that's on in my house right now that's keeping me from being really hot. I am grateful for electricity. I'm grateful for the food in my fridge. I'm grateful for my dog. I'm grateful for my kids. So 2 of the things can be anything, big or small. The 3rd thing must be about your body. Must be about your body. When you are healing your body image, you are, whether consciously or not, continuously telling yourself, everybody has their own dialogue, but chances are it's something like, you're not good enough. What's wrong with you? You're fat, you're ugly, you're disgusting. If you were thinner, you'd be happier. If you looked a different way, you'd be happier. If you just got to the gym, maybe people would like you better. Does any of that sound familiar? Like, we're constantly like under this attack of negativity, and it comes from us. And yes, it comes from outside as well, but we're really good at repeating it to ourselves. So if every single day you find one thing you are grateful for about your body and you're just really intentional, and it again can be big or small. Some days it might be like, I'm really grateful for the color of my eyes. I love the color of my eyes. Or I'm grateful that I have eyes that work, that I have vision. I'm grateful for the neurons firing in my brain. I'm grateful for the heart beating inside my chest. I'm grateful for my voice. I'm grateful for my hearing. I'm grateful for my skin that literally holds me all together, right? It doesn't have to be specific. It's just about your body, because so often we forget our bodies do not exist to look a certain way. Our bodies exist because they are the vessels in which we live. Your body is your home. Your body is not meant to be on display all the time. Your body does not exist only to be Instagram worthy. Your body exists so that you can be alive. So these things that we're grateful for, yes, some of them may be physical features that have a certain look, your eyes, your hair, your smile. I love my smile. There's nothing wrong with appreciating those, but your body is more than skin deep. Right? So that's where we start again to layer the gratitude. And as you're doing this gratitude practice, I love to anchor this in with essential oils. Now, I have 2 oils that I want to talk to you about today when it comes to gratitude. And I use both of these. They're both citrus oils, and I use both of these quite regularly. And how you would use these oils is when you are sitting down or when you are being intentional about being grateful for that day, you would just take your oil, take a drop. I'm going to tell you what it is in a second. Take a drop, put it in your hand, rub your hands together, and just inhale, and just inhale it a few times. I am grateful for my smile. I am grateful that I'm able to breathe so easily with healthy lungs. I am grateful for my skin. I'm grateful for my muscles. And you're just anchoring that gratitude in with smell. Our sense of smell, I go over this a little bit in the Essential Oils webinar, but our sense of smell is so closely linked with our memory, and our emotions. It's inside the part of the brain that processes scent, is the same part of the brain that houses most of our emotions and most of our memories. They are intricately connected. I can never say that word. Intricately connected. I think I got it there. They are so closely connected. Much easier way to say it. So when you incorporate smell with this practice, it just anchors it into your brain even more, even deeper. That is one of the great reasons that essential oils are so great when doing this kind of emotional work. So the 2 oils that I recommend you maybe use with your gratitude practice, and again, these are just recommendations. If you have another one that you're like, no, this one just feels better, use your intuition, okay? But the 2 oils that I really love using, number 1 is bergamot. Oh, I don't know if that's in focus. There we go. Bergamot. This is a citrus oil. It is very light. It is very delicate. It is very gentle. And it is known as, in this book that I'm referencing, Emotions and Essential Oils, you can see I use it quite often. I got a few tabs in there. Bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. It helps you break down barriers, break down inner judgment, come to a place of peace within yourself. So you can kind of see why it's a really beautiful oil to use for this. And the other oil that I want to recommend that you use is wild orange. Now, wild orange is the oil of abundance. I always think that wild orange reminds me of like being a little kid and playing and having fun and just knowing that your choices are limitless. The world is limitless. You can do anything and have anything. As a little kid, you know, that's what most of us believed. And as we've gotten older, it's almost like our limiting beliefs have made our vision smaller and smaller. So again, when we are practicing gratitude and we are anchoring into all the things in this world and in our bodies that are good, that we have to be grateful for, again, use it the same way that I showed you before, a drop in your hand, inhale, and then go through your practice and really anchor in that abundance. And I want to say another way you can use oils if you don't want to put it in your hand is to use a diffuser. Over my shoulder, right there. That is one of my diffusers, and it's in my office and it's going pretty much all the time. And actually right now I have these 2 oils plus another one in it. So another way you can use these is actually put them in a diffuser in your space as you're doing your gratitude practice. Okay, the next practice that I want to invite you to incorporate into your daily routine as you are on this journey of coming to peace with your body is daily breast massage. Now, this is something that may make you uncomfortable. Notice, did you just kind of go, or ew, or oh no, I'm not doing that. Notice, be curious. Okay, please be curious about those reactions. They can really tell you a lot. But the fact is that as women, there is a big dialogue in our society about our breasts. Should they be bigger? Should they be smaller? Well, they definitely need to be perky and round, but maybe not too round, maybe not too perky. They should still look natural. And if you have stretch marks, you shouldn't do that. And if you've had kids, well, you shouldn't be able to tell that you've had kids from your breasts. Like there's just this dialogue. And again, we internalize it. As women, we hear what the world is saying and we internalize it. And then we're just like, maybe my breasts are too big or too small or too saggy or too fill in the blank, right? Like whatever that judgment may be. So this is a beautiful thing that you can do every day. Again, it only takes a minute and it's just a beautiful way to get in touch with your body. Now, if you love your breasts already, great. If you are really uncomfortable with your breasts, this is a beautiful practice to start with. Maybe you only have one breast. Maybe you wish you didn't have breasts. Maybe you wish you did have breasts and you don't. Regardless of your situation, this is not about changing your body. This is not about changing your body so that you can be happy. This is learning to accept where you are in this moment without judgment. And if you're still going to change later, then you're going to change later. Our bodies are constantly evolving. We don't accept ourselves in a stagnant state. We accept ourselves as part of our evolution. So this practice, basically, I have 2 oils that I want to invite you to use. I do this pretty much every day. Every once in a while, I'll skip a day if I have a day where I you know, sometimes I just forget, sometimes I'm busy, it happens. But again, consistency is key, right? So to the two oils that I'm going to encourage you to consider using, number one is lavender. Everybody loves lavender. Who doesn't love lavender? It's so nice. Lavender is the oil, again, from the Emotions and Essential Oils book. It's the oil of communication and calm. So again, quite often there's a lot of negative communication around our breasts. I'm going to show you how to do this in a second with my top on. There's a lot of negative words that we use around our breasts. Our breasts are also where our heart chakra is, and this is our throat chakra, which is our communication center. So using lavender in this space is just really calming and gentle. It's also a beautiful feminine scent. The other oil that I quite often use is geranium. Geranium is an oil that not many people may use. Again, it's a flower, and geranium is the oil of love and trust. Again, think about where on our body this is, right? It's our heart, it's our throat. This is the center of love, and it takes a lot of trust to really open this area. So those are the two oils that I recommend you using. And what you would do, and I'm not going to do it because I have a shirt on. I'm just going to put this down a little bit so you can see. What again you would do is take your oil of choice, put a drop in your hand, and then I always dilute with, normally I use fractionated coconut oil, but you can use any body lotion that you have. You can use olive oil, and you can use jojoba oil. Whatever you normally moisturize your skin with, you can use that. So add one drop to your palm and then your other moisturizer or your base oil. Combine them together, right? And then with your breasts, I probably should have worn a plain shirt today. Oh well, it's fine. You're just gonna sort of go around the outside and up through the middle. And just gently, right? This isn't like a deep tissue massage. You're just gently moisturizing them in. You can go across your chest. You can go between your breasts. You can go underneath your breasts. If your breasts are, you know, if they hang down a little bit like mine do, you might want to lift your breast up and go on your rib cage underneath. We're not like focusing on the nipples, but if you touch your nipples, that's fine. It's no big deal. And as you do this, I really would just invite you to imagine that there is a beautiful, loving energy in your hands, and you're just gently into your heart space, into your throat space. Just allow that loving energy to infuse and invite any inner critic, inner chatter to just quiet. You're just doing this for a minute. And again, because we're using these oils, it's anchoring in that gentleness, the love, the trust, the calm. You're anchoring that in. I'm going to stop touching my breast now because that's a little bit weird on video. But that is what we're doing, right? So you're just gently doing that, gently around. You can go up into your sort of armpit area. Beautiful thing about this as well is that our lymph nodes, which are in our armpits, that's how our bodies remove a lot of toxins. So again, you can sort of almost push up, and it's like you're emptying the toxins from your breast, which just naturally build up in all of our tissues. You're helping those into the lymph nodes, which will then drain the toxins from your body. So again, that is just a beautiful way to both care for your body's physical health and really get comfortable with touching yourself. I would recommend, if you're already fairly comfortable with your body, or if it doesn't scare you too much, do this in front of a mirror. So, you know, in the morning or in the evening after you've had a shower, before you get dressed, do this in front of a mirror and just look at yourself as you're going. And again, if a critical voice comes up, just invite it to be quiet. This is only for a minute. And you're just breathing in that love, breathing in that trust, that kindness, that calm. Imagine it coming through your hands into your body. Okay, so that's a gorgeous way. It's a little practice that you can do in 1 minute a day that can really sort of begin to anchor in some nice, gentle, calm, loving feelings with your body. Okay, so the third practice. This is similar to number 2, but it is simply self-massage. And, you know, in one of the other talks, actually that Natasha is giving in this summit, where she talks about the inner seasons and feminine energy, which is fascinating, by the way. But, you know, she talks about the masculine way. Just imagine how a man if he were to put up moisturizer on his arms, he would probably just take whatever he could find, the cheap stuff, done, and he'd run, right? Because it's like, just get the job done and done. But when we are healing our relationship with our bodies, that deserves a little bit of your time. It deserves some tenderness. Think about how you would moisturize a baby's skin or a child's skin. You know, maybe you have children and you've done this. Maybe you don't have children, so you've never like moisturized a baby. You're like, how would I do that? But just imagine how you would do it. You would get something that is gentle on the skin, something that probably has a nice, beautiful smell about it, or is unscented because you don't want to give them any extra toxins. You would warm your hands first, and you would go in slow, gentle strokes all over their body. You deserve that too. So again, if you can do this every day, maybe it's not your whole body every day, maybe it's just your arms or your shoulders or your stomach or your bum or your thighs, wherever it happens to be. Obviously, your whole body is best, but if you can't do it, you do the best you can in that moment. And I just want to invite you to, again, lovingly, tenderly massage your body the way that you would massage a newborn. And again, imagine that loving, kind energy coming through your hands, and just notice what you feel like. Are you soft? Are there rough patches? I have little rough patches on the backs of my arms. Are there rough patches? Do you have calluses? Are there places that, you know, are a bit hairy? Your legs a little hairy? That's okay. Are there places that are softer? Are there places that are firmer, more muscular, tanned? Maybe places that have never seen the sun. And this is a beautiful way, especially if you can touch the areas of your body that you are maybe most critical of or most uncomfortable with. So for me, most of my life, that's definitely been my belly, like the bottom part of my belly and my back. I have sort of back here, sort of at the bottom of my rib cage. Those are the two places on my body where I tend to hold the most weight, and the two places on my body that I have traditionally over the years found myself being more critical of. So if it were me and I only had, 2 minutes to do this, I would concentrate on those areas, and maybe my hips and my bum where most of my cellulite is. But again, you can do what feels right for you. And I have 2 oils that I want to encourage you or invite you to use. Number 1 is grapefruit. Now, something to note, if you're not aware, citrus essential oils such as grapefruit, such as orange that we talked about before, they are photosensitive, which means if you put them on your skin and then you go out into direct sunlight, they make the UV rays impact your skin more. So you can really easily get sunburned. So please do not put this on your skin if you're going to be going out in the sun or to the beach or for a walk or what have you. This is a great oil to use in the evening before bed, or like if it's the winter and you're going to be covered from the sun anyway, then you're fine, right? Then that's not a problem. But grapefruit is the oil of honoring the body. That is literally what it's called. And I want to just read you. Again, this is my Emotions and Essential Oils book. Grapefruit teaches true respect and appreciation for one's physical body. It supports individuals who struggle to honor their body and are caught in patterns of mistreatment. These forms of abuse may include severe dieting, judging one's body weight or type, and abusing the body through negligent behavior or violence. These acts are often motivated by hate and disgust buried within the psyche, which gets directed towards the physical body. Though individuals may obsess over how they look, deep down, they never feel they look good enough. There is dissatisfaction that persists. So you can see why I encourage you to use grapefruit when you are massaging these parts of your body that maybe you are a bit uncomfortable with. Grapefruit is by far my top choice when you're dealing with any body stuff. It's also just, it smells great. It's really uplifting. It's really energizing. But If you can, again, and you're going to be diluting this again, right? Just like I said, when you're doing breast massage, I would take 1 drop of this in my hand and then add either a carrier oil, coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, or just a plain moisturizer. And you're going to mix it in. You never want to put this on your skin straight because it can actually hurt you. But yeah, so grapefruit oil, gorgeous, gorgeous oil. Now, I wanted to give you another alternative because sometimes we don't want citrus. Maybe if you're going to bed, you might not want, because it's a very uplifting smell, or if you're going to be going out in the sun, you might not want that. So I wanted to give you a beautiful sort of grounding option. So Balance. Let's see, there you go. Balance. Balance is the grounding blend. It is one of my favorites by far, and it is very green. It's a mix of lots of different trees. I think there's like pine and spruce and camphor and a couple other trees that I can't pronounce, let's be honest, because it's all their Latin names on the bottle. But it is the grounding blend, okay? It is when you are all up in your head, which is where judgment lies. Let's remember, judgment is here, love is here. Judgment is in your head, love is in your heart. When you are in your head and you are being critical and you are being judgmental and you are like, what is wrong with you? Why can't you just be better? Why didn't you go to the gym? Why can't you do this? Why can't you fill in the blank? This will stop you in your tracks. This brings you back to center, brings you back to the ground, and helps you like move forward in a kind way, right? Think of trees. Trees are rooted into the ground. They are solid, but they're flexible. They sway. That's what I want us for. That's what I want for us as well. So this is another beautiful one. Again, dilute it the exact same. 1 drop into your hand, mix in an unscented oil or your moisturizer, and then use this in your full body massage. This is a great one for the evening. Great one if you just need to calm down. Also really nice for kids as a side note. But really, if you take the time to touch your body, when we are healing our relationships with our bodies, we cannot do it all in our heads. We can't do it all in our heads. This is where the critic lies. This is where the challenges lie. This is where the squeeze, the frustration lies. We have to drop into our bodies. We have to connect with our bodies so that we can heal this relationship with our bodies. And these 3 things that I've talked about, number 1 being gratitude, number 2 being breast massage, number 3 being self-touch and self-massage on other areas of the body where maybe you are being quite critical. If you can incorporate these 3 things daily, or at least most days, they really are tools. They're a really nice stepping stone to help you move towards having a more peaceful, kind relationship with your body. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you take some nuggets from this, some little goodies, and begin to incorporate them along with everything else that is happening in this summit, of course. And again, if you do not yet have essential oils in your life, if you want to learn more about them, if you want to learn about oils, what they are, safe use, all of that sort of stuff, please check out that free essential oils webinar. Again, if you just scroll right down to the bottom of this page, it should be in like the available products section. There should be a little thing there. You can just click on it. It's free. You can jump in and check that out. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I will see you in future sessions. Thank you for listening. I really hope that listening to this session from the summit, talking about these 3 practices, is helpful for you. And I really hope that you can listen to this and take these on board and maybe start incorporating 1, 2, or all 3 of them into your life. They are all quite simple and also quite doable for most people. Now, if you would like to get access to the complete Body Peace Summit, it is still available. There is an all-access Body Peace Summit pass, which is on sale now, where you can get instant and ongoing access to the complete summit. That means all 12 sessions. That means all 12 sessions. That's all of the speakers. That means all of the workshops. That means all of the interviews, all of the exercises, and all of the summit-only material,
all available to you right now. There's a link in the show notes. If you're interested, please hop over. You can read more about it and see if it's right for you. Also, if you're not quite sure about the summit, but you do want some more sort of self-love, body image helps, some more tools for you to use on this journey, jump on over and sign up for the Members Hub. It is 100% free and it has all sorts of things. There's an ebook and there's blog posts and there's some phone wallpapers and there's video resources. It's just like a little package of goodies. It's all free content for you to help you on this journey of self-love. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. So much love to you now and always. Here is to you loving yourself.